So let's go to Backlash, May the 10th, St. Louis, Missouri, sold out. I think they said 17,000 something people. And of course, it's Randy Orton's hometown, so he's the main event, the feature match that night. But they opened up with the U.S. title match for the Fatal 4-Way: LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, Jacob Fatu. And we love Fatu, and we love Drew McIntyre. We're very, very fond of LA Knight, and we'd still like Priest to grow on us. I wrote at the top of this, it's a 4-way match, so the match won't be any good. But all 4 guys are over, and their work is good. And the people are going to be, especially because Fatu's explosive. Drew has the fucking heat. They were loving LA Knight again. And they did give LA Knight a win, believe it or not, on SmackDown on Friday night, which the people loved. So what they giveth on Friday, they taketh away on fucking Saturday. But nevertheless, it was guys doing good looking wrestling stuff to each other, and then they take turns. One guy gets to beat everybody up for a minute. Within 5 minutes, the crowd, we talked about Sabu and the legacy. The crowd was chanting, "We want tables," 5 minutes into the match, while nothing regarding a table was going on. Everybody was going about their business normally in the match, and that crowd just started, "We want tables." I don't want any more tables. I love, again, Fatu. The people are really getting into him, and they're chanting for him. When he and Drew faced off, they did a big yay boo spot. The people are on Fatu's side. But while they did that, the other 2 had to disappear and hide for minutes. You didn't see them. And then finally, the spot comes and suddenly they reappear just fresh as a daisy. But again, I think Fatu probably got the people up more than anybody else in this match with, the stuff that he does and when he opens up. But finally, boom, boom, boom. Drew had covered LA Knight after the Claymore, and when he covered him, Priest pulled the referee out, and then Drew and Priest went to the floor and over the rail, and they're fighting in the back of the arena. And then in the ring, Fatu missed a moonsault on LA Knight, and LA Knight hit 2 of those elbows off the top rope and got a 2 count, and people were about to buy that there. And then you see Drew and Priest in the back of the arena standing on an equipment box, and Priest choke slams Drew, and of course he goes with it the way he does it. They go off the box through a table that was set up next to the box, and it looked to me like Drew went past it and fucking landed a lot on the floor, but that took them out. But
no, he definitely did. It's not just you that saw that head first.
They have to get. You would never even think in the course of figure to finish to a wrestling match. Okay, you guys go fight out into the back of the arena, get up on something about 10 or 12 feet in the air and take a double bump off through a table to the floor. And then we'll do the finish in the ring. You guys are fine. What the And so anyway, back in the ring, LA Knight and Fatu were fighting and went over the desk, and LA Knight was going to go for the elbow, but Solo pulled Jacob off the desk, and LA Knight went to grab Solo, and that's where Jeff Cobb came in. Brian, they couldn't change that name. They wanted to change everybody's name in the history of wrestling. But a guy comes in to join the Samoans. We got Solo Sikoa. We got Jacob Fatu. We got Tama Tonga. We got Jeff Cobb. He sounds like Boomhauer's fucking neighbor on King of the Hill.
Maybe they're going to play into his actual background.
Does anybody know what his actual background is?
That's what we're going to find out. And now, because they use his real name, you'll be able to do a Google search.
What is his actual background?
See, it's a mystery to me, too.
Well,
he's so intriguing, this guy. Sounds like a star.
Nobody's ever heard of him on this level. So you got a chance to, we could have a cool Samoan name for this guy, Jeff Cobb. Fucking hell.
Well, maybe they'll give him a Samoan name. They just had him come out. The announcers didn't play stupid.
Then why did the announcers say, oh my God, that's the hottest free agent in the world, Jeff Cobb? That sounds like that's the most flamboyant entertainer on Broadway, Joe Smith.
Well, he's getting brought into the bloodline. I guess the bloodline's a thing again. And he'll be given an official name. But what did you think of Jeff Cobb's debut? What did you think of...
I think, well, he beat up LA Knight, and he looked very good doing that.
In one night, they used him better than Tony did all those times they brought him in, and he would do a job to someone or just appear randomly on AEW TV. One night.
Well, yes, but and Fatu looked surprised to see him and was not happy. And Fatu finally hit the moonsault 1, 2, 3 after Jeff Cobb had done damage.
That might be something. I mean, it will be something, but Jeff Cobb versus Jacob Fatu. I'm intrigued by that.
But now the problem is Jeff Cobb is a little vertically challenged also. So they start getting shorter because Solo's not a giant and Jacob Fatu is not as big as he presents on television.
So they all work well together.
But then you get Jeff Cobb. They start to get smaller. Pretty soon we're going to have to find fucking Coco Samoa again. Remember the original Sabu?
That's
he
right.
was only like 5'4", but he had Jimmy Snuka's body underneath it. Anyhow, that was the 4-way match, Brian. What did you think?
It was okay. I'm not a big fan of these multi-man matches, as I've said dozens of times here on the show.
Mm-hmm.
LA Knight's still super over, and they still want to do more with the Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest stuff. The spot where McIntyre hit the floor, Triple H was asked about it at the post-show scrum because you can't ignore it. It looked bad, and we've seen a few things recently. I saw a clip from TNA that someone sent me of a guy on top of a cage doing a super spinning whatever, landing face first because no one caught him.
Oh, good Lord.
On here, there was no one to catch you. There were crash pads, and they overshot it. But, I'm not crazy about that. Intrigued about the bloodline, seeing where they go here, knowing that we say this Heckel is somewhere developmental, and now they got Jeff Cobb, so let's see where they go.
Heckel. All righty.